Hi everybody, my name is David. I'm a 63-year-old who intends to cycle across the world. I'm going to be starting here in Ireland where I stay. But let me give you a little breakdown on why I'm going to be doing what I'm going to do. First of all, I plan on cycling from here on a three-wheeler trike, and I'll tell you more about the trike a little bit later and why I've chosen that type of a trike. From where I stay here in Gorey Island, over to Northern Ireland, from Northern Ireland, Belfast, getting the ferry over to the UK, from the UK over to France, from France across mainland Europe, all the way to Ukraine, and then back across mainland Europe towards Spain, Portugal, from Portugal back into Spain, cross over to Morocco, from Morocco, Mauritania, Senegal, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Liberia, and then all the way down the west coast to Cape Town, from Cape Town up to Johannesburg, where I'll take a bit of a break. That's just putting it in a nutshell. But what's inspired me to do this, first of all, I fought last year. I wasn't in good shape, and I fought that and I beat that particular problem. But I've also now discovered or realized that I've got COPD. It's been diagnosed, so I'm going to need to stop smoking, and that's going to be a challenge on its own. I am on pumps, and that's all those nice to have things. So this is the main reason I've decided to choose a trike. I would have loved to have gone on a bicycle, but that's going to be a little bit demanding, especially going through the rougher parts and hot parts of Africa, especially the Senal area, Mauritania, etc. Also, what I want to do, why I'm doing this, I believe it's more to save my life, and I need a purpose. And this is why another thing is why I'm choosing the trike that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be getting it from a company in Poland, and this particular vehicle or trike, it's going to be there. It's going to save my lungs, and every step I take is going to get me further and further and further. And I have to do it on a trike. I wouldn't be able to do it any other way. I just probably wouldn't have the energy. If I get into trouble, the trike will be able to get me further and save me from any potential problems that could arise. But currently, I don't really have the finances exactly now for the trike, but we'll get there. I'll get there. I do have a plan, a savings plan. I've thought of a plan on how to make money. And what I'm going to be doing is, the other day I was driving home from work, and I started counting all the cans and the bottles on the side of the highway. God knows why I did it. Only God knows. But I was probably bored, and as I was driving, it was 1 can, 2 can, 1 bottle, 3, and so it went on. And I stopped counting at 110. And straight away it crossed my mind is, that's hard cash lying there. And I'll tell you, let me explain why. For every little Coke can, there's a deposit on that tin for 15 cents. For every little 200ml, 250ml water bottle, it's 15 cents. For a litre, it's 25 cents. Anything more than a litre, 25 cents. 2 litre, 25 cents. And like I say, I stopped counting at 110 cans and bottles. So what I'm going to do as well, to help finance my bike and my journey, because it's not long, I need to collect, and it's about 85,000 to 90,000 cans and bottles. So this is one of the ways I'm going to get money. Obviously, I'm going to try and fund it myself with whatever I fall short with. So that's going to be a challenge on its own. So stopping to smoke is a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. I've been smoking for many years. I did stop for a while, but I started again, which was the stupidest thing you could ever possibly do. I cough a lot. I'm out of breath. Things don't go so great for me at the time. And then to top it up, on top of the COPD, I've got, I need you can hear it, my bones crackling, and yeah, I've got arthritis as well. Another reason I need this particular trike. My feet hurt. I'm constantly have pain, but I'm going to fight this, and I'm not going to sit back and just I go have arthritis, I got COPD, and just sit back here and like, that's it, my days are over, happy days. No, 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 no. I want to survive, and that's the reason I want to do this, is to live longer and to achieve something I've always wanted to do for my whole life. You know, last year when I got sick, the first thing that went through my mind, and it's like, first of all, geez, where have all the years gone? I can't believe I'm 63 years old. That's what happened when I started thinking of this. I haven't done half the things I wanted to do. And that was one of the things, to be adventurous, to go out and to challenge, to just do something. And this is the reason I've decided I'm going to do this trip. It's not going to be an easy trip, I know it. There's a lot of logistics, there's a lot of planning, it's quite something. I've already been planning this for the last 4 or 5 months, and it hasn't been easy, and it's been worrying. And things keep changing in Africa. There's wars starting up, there's wars ending, there's serious protests, there's things just aren't going too great in some countries. But I'm not going to let that slow me down. I'm going to challenge it, and I will, whatever obstacle comes my way, I will defeat that obstacle. Even if it means at times, I'm not going to take chances and ride through a place like Sudan on the way back because there's a major war going on. I'm not suicidal, I want to live. That's the reason I'm doing the trip. I don't want to die, I want to live. Life is great. And if I get to Sudan or whatever country and there's a war, if it means hitching a ride on a cargo ship, then that's what I'll have to do. But cycling from here, I definitely want to do it. And I think for a person doing something like that solo on their own, it's going to be something. And I'm quite sure I'll enjoy it. I like being on my own, I always have been. And it's going to be quite interesting to see how that goes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll chat later. I'll let you know how the planning goes. Please support me. If you see me walking around picking up cans, give me a hoot, give me a wave, buy me a bottle of water, whatever the case may be. Keep me going, cheer me on. And I hope we can enjoy this adventure together. Have a lovely day. Well, just to let you know what's happening here, I'm going to have a barbecue, a braai as we know it here in Ireland, and it's my second braai for the summer, but today is a little bit colder than the last day. But yep, that's it. Nice T-bone steaks, chicken we're going to be braaiing. And I think what's in here, let's have a look. Oh, lekker spices. Yum, 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 yum. There's the T-bone steaks over there. And I'll ask Clara to bring me the chicken. Thank you. Stop recording.